2 games of playoff hoops on a Sunday night. We had a game 1 of round 2, a game 7 of round 1. We'll get into both of it right now. My name is Shlomo Stark.
My name is Levi Jacob.
And this is the NBA Daily Recap in 15 minutes or less. Levi, it's a bittersweet time. Round 1 is over, round 2 is the beginning, and the season feels a lot close to almost over from this side of round 1 than the other side. I think it's because round 1 you get like 3-4 games a night, and now it's like 1 game a night, 2 games maybe. Sometimes there's even no games. Like you're starting to really feel the end of the season. And it's bittersweet because, it was a good season and the games are better as the season ends, but I'm going to miss basketball.
Agree.
Okay. Game of the day. Got to be game 7. Got to be game 7. Golden State beats Houston 103-89. This is not a Steph Curry game. Not a Steph Curry, and that's what we all thought would happen. We both predicted the Warriors would win, but we both thought that it would be because of experience and because of game 7, and nope, Buddy Hield was the guy.
That is experience. I was thinking of this morning. That was experience. I want you to finish the monologue, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity. I think I was going to forget. Buddy Hield came out of college as an older player, if you remember. Like, this is his experience of being like an important guy as an older member of the roster, being able to shoot threes. That was just like, that's been his role for forever. So it's experience in a different way. That's all. Okay. Yes. Sorry.
Sure. You're saying it's vet experience, not playoff experience, vet experience, which is, there's something to that. He turned into Klay Thompson tonight. Like literally, I think KOC tweeted that, and I couldn't agree more. Shout out to KOC, liked our tweet last night. But KOC responded, I didn't even see he responded. That's great. So he said that Buddy Hield turned into Klay Thompson. I couldn't agree more. This couldn't have gone better for the Warriors. They were up 12 at one point, and Curry had 0 points. That's exactly what you want. Buddy Hield finished with 33 points, 12 of 15 shooting, 9 threes. Draymond had a very strong start offensively and was very good the entire game defensively. And the Rockets just kind of proved the moment was too big for them. I will say for the Rockets, they have something with Amon Thompson. He's gonna be something. He's an all-star in a year or two. Like, that guy's really good. And it's kind of like you had a similar feeling with the Bucks when they lost. Like, oh, this is not gonna be the same roster next year. Like, they're gonna make change. I don't know what it is. Like, let's say the Magic, when they lost, the feeling was kind of like, okay, like you got Suggs back, from the Pistons, we get Ivy back, or like maybe you'll make a couple of acquisitions in offseason, but the core is gonna be there. Whereas the Bucks and Rockets now, it kind of feels like this is gonna be a different core.
Yeah.
Congrats to Golden State. You now get Anthony Edwards. That's tough.
Worst present ever.
Yeah, he's so good. And he's going to want to add to, what was your great nickname? The Legend Killer. He's going to want to add Curry to his
List.
kill list. So we'll see what happens. Congrats to the Warriors. You beat the Rockets in 7. Yeah, just pretty cool. That I only realized like once I took to Twitter, this Warriors and Rockets have like a real rivalry. Like, they just play each other in the playoffs a lot, and the Warriors are like 6-0. Yeah, that's like really tough for a Rockets fan.
When you have Steph Curry on the other side of the ball, the odds are out in your favor, I coming with the first round coming to an end and kind of, I guess, transitioning into the second game of the night, or first game, again, chronologically, for some weird reason. It really makes me wonder. I don't know that I've ever seen in my lifetime of watching basketball this many series in games that have been this competitive.
The games are competitive, even though it's 3-1. But I think that it's due to the I'm not surprised by any of them except Pacers Cavs. Right? And we'll get to Pacers Cavs in a second, but in the West, seeds 2 through 8 were within 3 games. So it would make sense that all series besides OKC Grizzlies were very close. In the East, everything was close except Cleveland and Boston were so far ahead. So it wasn't surprising that the Pacers and Bucks and Knicks and Pistons had good games. Where now I'm surprised for the first time, and this would be a good transition next, is the Pacers beat the Cavs in game 1, where the Cavs were much, much better than the Pacers. They were favored by 8.5 coming into the game. The Pacers are now up 1-0 in the series. They took home home court advantage, and they honestly won in pretty awesome fashion. Like Nemhard was just draining threes. Haliburton felt like anytime he wanted to score, he could. Uh, they had 6 guys finish in double digits. Donovan Mitchell did whatever he wanted in the paint, and they still won by 9.
Yeah.
They had Cavs fans leaving early. No Garland. Important to mention that.
Right. I had a couple notes on the game. One was that I think that Garland, there was a point at which the playmaking was really lacking. Donovan Mitchell could not hit a three for the life of him. He was getting literally everything else to go. He was playing incredible defense. He just couldn't hit a three. And on offense, there was a couple great possessions where they were really, like, it was flowing. Ty Jerome did his best. Jarrett Allen was all over the place this game. Evan Mobley was really a key factor on defense, but they just needed somebody to set up the offense a little bit better, and they were definitely missing Darius Garland's shooting and playmaking in that game. But it's not taking anything away from the Pacers. I think that there's a lot of people who are being a bit more honest about how they feel at the Pacers now. I think a lot of people really are interested in the Pacers. I think Tyrese overrated Haliburton is really putting the team on his back. He's like very, he's acting out and he's really coming through for his team. I saw like a lot of people be like, oh, if you put Nemhard next to a high scoring guard, I was like, guys, take a timeout. He's got it. He's next to Tyrese Haliburton. Like, why do you need him next to a high school? Like, this is a great, a great 1 and 2.
Yeah. And if I'm a Cavs fan, I'm worried because, yeah, there was no Garland, but let me just read you these stats. If I told you these stats before game 1, Donovan Mitchell, 33 points, 13 of 30 shooting. Evan Mobley, 20 and 10 on 9 of 13 shooting. Jarrett Allen, 6 of 7 shooting. DeAndre Hunter, 4 of 8 shooting. Ty Jerome, 21 points, 8 of 20 shooting. If I just gave you all of those stats, you would say Cleveland won by 15.
Right.
But it doesn't. The Pacers' offense is so good. They just score.
100%. It was awesome.
And yeah, it was a really great game to watch. But if I'm Cleveland, I'm nervous because usually after a loss, you like to be like, well, like that was the game Mitchell didn't play well, or, they're going to readjust. Like, what more do you want from Evan Mobley than a 20, 10, and 9 of 13? What more do you want from Donovan Mitchell than 33 points and literally scoring everything? I guess you could say he was 1 of 11 from 3, but like he just scored in the paint.
It is. I'll tell you exactly what it is, because I was watching it live and it was such an eye test thing. I'll tell you exactly what it was. They needed Donovan Mitchell to hit 1 or 2 more of those threes to shift the momentum. They could never get the game fully rolling for them because Donovan Mitchell would have some crazy move. He'd pass to Jarrett Allen. He had like a crazy dunk this game. Like everything was going. Donovan Mitchell would stop on a dime, try to take a three, miss. And everything, all the momentum would slow, and then it would be like, like they'd have to build it up again.
I completely agree with you, and I'll even say further to your point. These threes are real momentum shifters. Like the best the Cavs looked was right after Evan Mobley hit a three. If you remember, like they had like a 1-point lead for a second. Evan Mobley hit a three. They took the lead like the 2 shots later, and the crowd was going absolutely berserk.
There's also a Strus three that was also nuts.
Yeah, and then Rick Carlisle smartly called timeout. Pacers just like went back to scoring, and the Cavs just never came back.
They have an underrated amount of players that can execute under pressure on the Pacers, and you're really seeing it right now. Like in the Bucks series, you saw it a little bit because they didn't really get put under pressure so often. But between Haliburton and Siakam and Nemhard, they need like a release pressure valve. All those 3 guys they've been able to deliver.
Here's one thing I'm worried about. Should I say it?
Yeah, please.
I thought you'd be like, what are you worried about? But okay,
yeah,
I'll say it. All good. If the Pacers are beating the Cavs, there's no way the Knicks are beating the Celtics. Like, you can't have 2 underdog stories. And I wanted the Knicks to be the underdog story of like, wow, I can't believe they won game 1. But because you're just not going to have 2 of these. Well, there's no way like the Celtics and Cavs just collapse. It's one of them collapse.
I'll tell you something. If the Pacers manage to win, I'm going to become a hardcore Knicks fan for that period of time because I don't want to watch Pacers Celtics again. That series sucked. It was terrible.
Celtics in 4, right? Celtics swept that series, right?
I don't remember for the life of me because I wasn't interested in watching it because it was terrible. Like, it was just not fun. It was not fun basketball. It just felt like the Celtics at that time were just, like, just beating them up, and I just don't wanna watch, like, the redemption story of the Pacers trying to like, I don't care. I don't want that. Any other formation of however these teams would play out, like, for the Eastern Conference, I'd love it. I don't wanna watch that again.
I really hear you, man. I'm sorry you're so traumatized from Knicks Pacers from the Celtics Pacers playoff series. Like I did not know that was something you were going through.
As I was watching the Pacers yesterday, I had the thought that I also posted on Twitter that, this Pacers team is like the realization and the actualization of what people thought that 2021 Hawks team that went against the Knicks was. Like,
Oh yeah, I like this call. That was a good tweet.
you have the same three-point scoring guard, you have the same fast-paced offense, a little bit better defense, and to really drive the nail home, they have DeAndre Hunter
Mm-hmm.
on the other side of the ball, like, it's, like, really,
Yeah.
key plays here. But it's they're a good team. People are talking about how good a Rick Carlisle offense is. They're right. Like, you just see it time and time again. And the best part is that, like, the defense it came through in this game. If they can keep up this level of defense, they're a fun team to watch and not a team that you really wanna see. They keep you running. They really do.
Completely agree. And speaking of Rick Carlisle, who's a great coach, we never spoke about Popovich, which I think we should end with. Um, He's my favorite coach ever. I love his you would know this would not surprise you, but in high school, my favorite thing ever was when he did a sideline interview. I love, love, love. I wanted to be an NBA coach just to do sideline interviews like Popovich because he wasn't like Belichick, which was is just like rude. Is like, oh, we just gotta focus on New York. Like he was like hey, like what did the offense do well there? They caused turnovers, but what's the defense got to improve? Less turnover. It's something like, well, I definitely botched that. But the point is he would just do bits like that and he would like make fun of Craig Sager's jackets and he was such a great and also Zach and I spoke about this on our pod. The greatest team we ever saw play was the 2014 Spurs. Greatest team ever. There have been better teams due to like more talented player. Like, I don't know, like the Jordan teams, the Celtic teams, whatever you want to say. But like the greatest team, like if you just say like, this is a team of guys who know how to play together. That was the 2014 Spurs team. Kawhi Leonard was finals MVP because they had no one else to give it to. It was a team finals MVP. And he was my favorite coach and I'm gonna miss him. And I wish like Wemby, I guess he's still gonna be president, but like I'm gonna miss him. And he has like his stats speak for themselves. He has the most wins, most fit like 18-year streak of 50-win seasons. Like he's phenomenal. Like his stats, like you don't even need to read out his stats, but um he was my favorite coach ever and I loved him. And I'm gonna miss him.
What's his official role now?
He's president.
He's president. I
Him and RC Buford. He's taking on like what like Brad Stevens did.
So I'm excited to see. Listen, like there's no way that he hasn't had some sort of influence over that position on the Spurs, for a while anyways. Like all basketball related decisions, I'm sure also still have gone through him over the years, up to this point. But I'm excited to see how he can, with the time that he needs, kind of taking a separation from having to be the coach for an NBA team and travel with them and all this stuff. He wasn't doing that this year, because of health conditions. I'm excited to see how he can help build this team moving forward around Wemby to really make it like, Spurs 3.0 under Popovich. And I think it'll be incredible. And he won't, draft players like the Warriors do, which, end you up in the lottery and get you nothing. And
Greg Popovich, I completely agree with you. He's this generation's Red Auerbach.
yeah, for sure.
He's our guy. And Red did the same thing when he was a legend with the Celtics. And then as he grew older, he just when it was time, like after the Russell and Havlicek era, he became the GM or the GM, the president. Like he ran everything and he got Larry Bird. He drafted Larry Bird, drafted Len Bias, hello Shalom. Like he just did Reggie Lewis, all these guys. Like, I think Pop's gonna be like, he's gonna follow in those footsteps. And yeah, great job, Pop. Okay, that was the NBA Daily Recap in 50 minutes or less. I want to thank you, Levi, for co-hosting, for producing, for killing it on social media for us. And I want to thank you for listening.